Hello, you beautiful souls of love and light. This is Lady Nanari, Princess of the Sea, coming to you from the peaceful stillness. If you can hear the birds, the beautiful sun, as I'm here at the River Lolsey, meditating, going for a walk, and just paused to enjoy the sunset. And I wanted to share with you a bit of expansion upon what I shared in my live video. Was that yesterday or day before now? My twin soul and I, Chris, as some of you may ken who he is, Chris Matson, my twin soul, my dearest beloved sweet troubadour, and I, the princess, we were chatting in the early wee hours last evening for me, and it was late evening for him there, about being the essence of love and emanating love. Right now, with the virus that's going around and projecting fear and worry and concern, and have a dear friend who lives down south in England near Banbury, who is actually on that cruise ship, the Diamond Princess, which I find ironic considering my surname and how I'm known as the Princess of the Sea. And so late last evening, my twin soul texted me and he said a song was coming through, and I'm holding space for him as this beautiful song is coming through, and it may be a co-creation together as it is energetically. Semantics aside and all that, I never put any claim to any of his works, just to be able to co-create energetically and sometimes lyrically, sharing titles of songs or lyrics here and there. That's all that matters to me. I nay fancy rights to anything. But even my own works, I told him if he happened to cross over, and there goes two birds, if you can see them, two birds flying together as one. But I told him that I would give him my works, because nearly 4 years ago, actually, the anniversary, 4th anniversary of my death 4 years ago, is coming up on Valentine's Day. And for nearly 6 years, a little over 6 years now, Chris and I have been apart physically. And the vision in 2020, I said on Hogmanay, was for me to be married. I'm already married to Source. Yet to be married, and that vision of my twin soul and I marrying. So at any rate, we were chatting about this and how we benefit humanity. And I'm going to see here as I'm on my phone if I'm able to, I'm not sure if I'm able. Emanating love across the earth is what he said, so that the wave of love is strengthened, and that he was starting it then and now. And it was like 4 a.m. here in Scotland, so it was like midnight there at home in Vernon, and we were emanating this together. And so then he asked me, and I was remembering back, our 12th anniversary is coming up at the end of this month, of when we first connected. And I remember in March of 2008, when we first started out, I was at a retreat, speaking at a retreat in Sedona, put on by a friend of mine. And we joined energetically together, because I rang him before I was doing my speaking gig and singing gig that day. And he asked if he could do such together with me, and that he would be holding space. And so we've been doing this from the beginning for the last 12 years. And even with an aeroplane at the moment coming through, see, that's like could be perceived as chaos, but yet at the same moment we're just emanating this pure love. And that's really what prevails when we are that strong, calm, centered space of love and holding space for somebody. Holding space for all of humanity, holding space for a loved one close to us, maybe someone who's getting ready to transition, maybe someone who's just struggling. Again, the reason that I have such a beautiful way of doing that is because I've been doing it my whole life. There's been many instances in my family when the loudness, the chaos, like the aeroplane right now, abuse and things, even things that I went through personally, but addictions, all sorts of things in my family, and thousands of people I've mentored around the earth and whatnot. Yet I stand in this presence of just being there for someone, just allowing them to pour their heart out so they suffer less. And my twin soul, Chris, is this. And so energetically, soulfully, spiritually, in all ways, and perhaps quite soon to be in physical as well. My twin soul and I, Chris, we hold this space. We hold this space and emanate out this pure love, free from judgment, simply holding the space for you to pour your heart out of whatever is on with you in this moment. And knowing that you're safe to do so. And it's because of practicing so much with my family, practicing so much with my boys when I was raising them, the grown men that they are, how proud I am of them. And also the last 12 years with my twin soul. You see, for me personally, I never had anyone there, and my twin soul was very much like that in the same path. Neither one of us ever really had anyone there for us. So this is why I am who I am, and I do what I do, and I be what I be, because in all the years that my twin soul struggled with healing his addiction, although he would never say that he was addicted to alcohol, or that he's a recovering addict, he prefers to call it as he took his vibrant health to the next level when he stopped imbibing wine. He's been sober though for over 8, coming up on 8.5 years now, 9 years actually. It was December 7th of 2011 that he woke up and just said, it is 8 years, actually. It was 8 years in December. Yeah, so 8 coming up on 8.5 years. He just woke up that morning and just said, I'm done, right? He started about healing, and I've been helping by holding space for him in those moments when he's lashed out at me, when he's diving into semantics of words, as he said to me so jokingly when he sent me the revision of the song today, late last night, which I got this morning here, late last evening for him. Just all those moments I held space for him, and I would come back and just say, I hear you, I hear your pain, I love you, I'm here for you, I understand. There were moments, yeah, I took it personally, and that was just the humanness in me, but for the most part, and he would attest to it, I was always holding space for him. And so he asked of me to take this message out here of this emanating love and holding space. And since my tooth is now on its path to healing, from the extraction now, the jawbone is healing and whatnot, and I am feeling more up to it, I'm actually going to be doing something for my Patreon subscribers this month, in the month of love. So if you want to join on the Patreon for our Soul Song Satsang of the Heart Sangha, I'll put a link for the Sangha in this after I'm back through to mine here. But if you just go to Patreon and you put in Soul Song Satsang Sangha, you'll find us. And if you're a monthly patron, you get full access to content that I give that is beyond what I do here publicly, that anyone else gets, so to speak. And this month being the month of love, we're going to be focusing on the 4 pillars of love. What it means to, what our first relationship in love is. It's nay what people think it is. And the other 3 pillars. And I've talked about it publicly before, but this is going to be a lot more in depth. So stay tuned, Patreon, my Patreon, beautiful Soul Song Satsang Sangha, that's coming. But for now, what I'm going to invite you into is to join us. Join my twin soul, Chris Madsen, Troubadour, and I in our union of this love and emanating this love that is as Source's love is, unconditional, free from judgment, free from conditions that you have to be a certain way or act a certain way or say a certain thing or naysay a certain thing. Just this full presence where someone can empty their heart and you can hold space for them. Because I never had anybody there for me truly until Chris and I connected. The last time was when my twin soul was embodied in another body before he was killed. And I have loads of you across the world that I mentor and that are dear friends, and I love you and appreciate you all so dearly. Yet I've had very, very few people in my life. In recent years I have more so. But in the early years when I was going through such struggles and victim consciousness and pain and ego and healing my inner soul child wounds and things like that, I did it all on my own. Because I never had anybody there for me other than Source. But physically, earthly, I never had anybody there for me. And so this is why I'm here for you. And this is why, as twin souls in union, this is who we are, Chris and I, the troubadour and the princess. Just as in Song of the Troubadour and Song of the Princess, the master artist has blessed us with our union and is our partner in our union, as he once wrote to me. And in that partnership, we emanate this love, and this is the music and the message of love that we are here to bring to you, all of humanity and the cosmos. See, even another aeroplanes coming through right now, even amongst the chaos of things like coronavirus or struggles or anything else, just know that we're here for you, and we'll hold space for you and uplift you. See, you hear the bird? It's the seagull, actually. Bless. Let's see if I can get it. Two of them. How beautiful is that, eh? Two as one. My twin soul and I. So we're here for you. And if you require sessions, mentoring, I teach courses. My twin soul does mentoring as well. He brings forth music. We sing together. We sing individually. We do it all. And it's as two beings, whole, perfect, and complete, and beautiful, simply as we are, just merging together as one. And then we are as one with you. And I just love you and appreciate you. And I just wanted to share that wisdom with you just now, as I was here on this walking meditation. How can you be holding space for someone and really deeply listening to their heart, the message beyond the message? And this is how I did it and still do with my twin soul and with so many. It's like when you say how's you to someone and they're like, oh, I'm fine. You can just tell that they're not fine. You just hear that message behind the message. You hear their heart, you hear their soul. You can that they're needing a hug, or they just need somebody to hear them, to be seen, to be heard, to be loved, to let them ken that they matter. So let's emanate this love now. This is our request to all of you. Join hands with us and walk this path together with us, this sacred path where lovers dance, where lovers talk about things that never change, that unchanging love. And let's emanate this love to the world, to the cosmos, because this is who we are. I love all of you, and I appreciate you. Espavo.